Hey guys, AK-47 Master here. Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And on this episode, we are going to be interrogating Mr. Red Whites of Blue Corp. Let him have it, Phoenix. And with that, we get right into the first witness testimony, witnesses' accounts. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. That testimony is obviously a bunch of lies. It's a complete contradiction of Miss May's testimony. So, I already got it. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Alright, this should be easy enough. Alright, let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly reading to you some papers. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Alright. Spiky-haired? Is that it? Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, really? What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assistant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Pimpin'. Counting both eyes, 20 or 40. Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyways? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been taping the fade off his phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this vain woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. Wright. Ho ho, after all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. To the left? Wait a minute. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Pimpin'. As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new idea? The victim ran to the left and gave you chase. Oh, really? That's funny, because I remember Miss May saying she ran to the right. Objection! Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. That directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho! Is it simple? You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. The victim ran to the left as you claim she did. She would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Ooh, very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True, maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha, I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Company, of course. Ah. More specifically, he was standing here. Show the court where Mr. White was standing. Well, he was obviously standing where that red K is. Because he was the killer, so he would have seen her running left from his perspective. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Oh really? Can't you take a hint, Edgeworth? Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. Postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, may I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Alright, let's hear this. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she ran to the left. Then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. I delivered... Wait a minute, so she got hit twice, he's saying? That is what Miss May saw, you see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? This guy's full of it. That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. I already got it. Why would she be hit twice? Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. Then you hit her, savagely, and that is what I saw. Oh yeah? Really? I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. Well, let's just check the autopsy report real quick. Died from a blow by a may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Alright, so she died from one blow. Boom. Mr. White? The victim died from a single blow. Ooh, what do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I'll refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. Wait a minute, 10-minute break? No. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. We got him. Alright, the 2 accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment I saw Miss Mia running to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then, she turned and ran to the further door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwarp. Thwarp indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Haha. Alright guys, so we'll be diving right into this next testimony on the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. See you guys then.